Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back with you. Well, today is my wife's birthday, so I hope y'all just take a second and wish her a happy birthday. We've been together for quite a number of years now, and today is her special day, and we will be celebrating it in our very typical fashion. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Um, are the polls, the national election polls about this upcoming presidential election, are they really telling us the whole story and nothing but the whole story? Um, I went and looked at a number of polling aggregate sites, and it seems that your guess is as good as mine. Stick around, I've got some detail. So the 538 website um, has a chart out there that says who's ahead in the national polls. And as of yesterday, so these are about as current as you can get. Today's the 20th. These numbers are from the 19th. According to this poll on 538, Harris is up by 2.9 points. So she's at 48.4 and Trump is at 45.5. That's probably within the margin of error in any poll that they talk about, but 3 points, almost 3 points, is an awful lot. Real Clear Politics, RCP, has its latest polls, and they list 3 of them on here. One is the New York Times Siena poll that has Harris 47, Trump 47, so it's a tie. In a national poll, Fox News has Harris up 2, so that's Harris 50, Trump 48. The Rasmussen report has Trump up 2, so we've got 47 for Harris, 49 for Trump. Consistence? I don't think so. How about the Hill? We've got the Hill that's got Harris at 50% and Trump at 46.4. That's a pretty big swing there. So are we getting the whole story with these polls? I'm not 100% convinced that the polls are all that accurate. I know that what happened in the last election cycle, where they had, in fact, the last couple of election cycles, they had Trump losing terribly in 2016, and he won. And they had Biden and Trump in the last election pretty much neck and neck, and Biden won. So are the polls really an accurate reflection on what's really going on in the country? Or are these very unofficial polls that are going on, like the gal that's baking the cookies, where she's sold 1,500 Trump cookies to Harris's 500 cookies? I think that makes a little more sense, because people put their money where their mouths are when it comes to that stuff. But how does it affect you? If you're still undecided, do you look at the polls and say, well, gee, the polls say that Harris is leading, so I'm going to vote for Harris, or the Trump is leading, so I'm going to vote for Trump? I don't know of anybody that's looking at the national polling and saying, yeah, that's the determinant of exactly how this thing is going to turn out. Does it affect you? I think it does, because we keep hearing news reports and saying, oh, well, this one's ahead and that one's ahead and this poll is saying this and that poll is saying that. But are they anywhere near accurate? What's your experience been with any of this kind of polling stuff? Do you think that the polls are accurately reflecting what's going on in the minds of the voters out there? Are the polls truly reflective of what's going on in our economy, at the southern border, at the world stage where it's getting very tight and tense right now? Are the polls really zeroing in on the issues that make a difference to all of us that are out there trying to figure out exactly what we're going to be doing for the next 4 years? The polls, I don't think, are doing anybody any justice, but it's all we've got right now to get some sort of a pulse on what the American voter is thinking. Have you ever participated in a poll? Has anybody ever called you on the telephone and said, we'd like to have you participate in our national political poll, and here's the questions? I don't know of anybody in my circle that has ever participated in a national polling event, but there are folks that I think make a living doing that kind of stuff. So, but do you know anybody that has participated in these election polls? I don't know of anybody here. So I'm not putting a whole lot of faith that we're getting all the right answers from the polls that are out there. I don't know what else to say, but I'm looking at crowd size when Trump has his rallies, and I'm seeing 20 and 30 and 40,000 people showing up in a venue that can hold 10 or 12,000, and there's 30,000 people standing outside trying to get in. And then you look at what's going on the other side, where there may be a few hundred people that show up at a Harris event, if she actually does them. And I just don't see that kind of voter enthusiasm going on. But then again, we'll never know, will we? Anyway, like to hear what your experience has been, what your thoughts have been. Are the polls being fair? This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see y'all on the next video.